After Yosef's brothers came back down to Egypt for more sustenance, and on the way back home, he planted his precious goblet in his brother Binyamin's bag, he takes Binyamin captive to be his personal slave for this terrible crime. Yehuda now approaches Yosef, pleading with him to not take Binyamin as a slave, even offering himself in his brother's place. And in the case that that option was not acceptable to Yosef, he was ready to go out in full war. That was Yehuda's perceived reality, that he was approaching the viceroy of Egypt, who he thought was going to take Binyamin. The reality was that he was talking to none other than his very own brother, who was going to do no harm. So often in life, we have perceived realities. We think we are going through a problem, but in reality, it's a blessing. Sometimes we get upset at someone, and only later do we realize that we should have actually thanked them for what they've done. There's always the perceived reality and the actual reality. And then there's the mystical reality. The story of Yosef and his brothers, the Medrash tells us, is a metaphor for the relationship between us and Hashem. Yehuda, from the word Yehudi, represents the Jew approaching the king, who is Hashem. The perceived reality is that we are in exile and subjected to the nations around us. The reality is that we have the power to rise above it. After all, the king is also our Father. May Hashem bless us to live in reality without any perceived challenges. May we see success in all aspects of life, in good health, filled with happiness, prosperity, and an abundance of good. By now, I'm sure you've already joined the Community Dream, or the Community Necessity at chabadchayil.org/build now. And I'm asking that you share the campaign with family and friends. Hashem will surely repay you many times over. Shabbat